If I was still on my porn game, I'd be able to show you some good porn, because back in the day, I had a little porn addiction.
About the allegations, there's like, you know, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say? We suing. I know that's right. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Will Smith practices selective outrage. I didn't have any entanglements.
From shocking confessions about porn addictions to a viral slap that rocked Hollywood, Jada Pinkett Smith has been at the center of Hollywood's biggest scandals. But who is the real Jada? Hollywood is no stranger to controversy, but in recent years, the industry has been grappling with a deeper divide, one centered on diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. Major players like Disney have doubled down on their support for DEI initiatives, casting diverse leads, and investing in inclusive storytelling. But studios like Sony have taken a more cautious stance, prioritizing financial stability over social messaging. And caught in the middle of this cultural battle is Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada has become a bit of a hot topic in Hollywood, and honestly, some folks don't even see her as a real actress. When you think about her movies, the ones that come to mind are The Matrix and Collateral. But let's be real, Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx totally stole the spotlight in Collateral, leaving her performance barely noticeable. Now, Jada's back in the mix because of all the drama with Men in Black 5. She's out here pointing fingers again, trying to blame everyone else for the mess, and people are definitely noticing. If you're not up to speed on the MIB5 drama, here's a quick recap. Jada wanted a role in the movie, which Will Smith is almost set to star in. She was trying to capitalize on his involvement to secure a spot for herself. Sony, though, wasn't interested in bringing her on board. This decision caused a major conflict, with Will reportedly getting very upset over the matter. In the end, Sony made the final call to exclude Jada from the project, and she's been struggling to come to terms with it.
I don't want to share all of this and not also share some breadcrumbs along the way of how I got through these challenges.
Jada recently shared her thoughts after facing career setbacks in Hollywood and being blacklisted by several studios, including Sony, over MIB5. She expressed her frustrations by saying that studios need to wake up and reconsider their decisions. According to her, she has lost numerous roles because of what she describes as a growing anti-DEI trend taking over the industry. She strongly believes this shift is damaging and claims it reflects discriminatory and offensive behavior from studio executives. Jada explained that she had been in discussions with studios about projects she was deeply passionate about, but those opportunities have disappeared. She attributes this to a combination of the backlash against DEI initiatives and the criticism she has faced personally. She called this situation unfair and said it's something she and Will Smith have talked about at length. In her view, diversity, equity, and inclusion are essential for the future of film and television. The idea that studios are moving away from these principles is, to her, a troubling development for the industry. She finds it shocking that such decisions are being made, especially as a woman in Hollywood. Jada insists that the challenges she faces are a harsh reality for many women in the entertainment world.
Jada claims she's also been lowballed in Hollywood, saying people would literally say, well, you don't need it. You know, you're married to Will Smith. And this is the reason why she doesn't act as much as she used to.
Jada also spoke about how she feels it's especially difficult for women like her to secure roles in Hollywood. She mentioned that being a woman of color has led to her being excluded from many projects because of her ethnicity. According to Jada, this kind of exclusion is unacceptable and has been a persistent issue in the industry, particularly in 2024. She believes that women of color should continue to stand up against these practices, as they have gone unchecked for far too long. On the other hand, her comments have drawn criticism from those who see them as exaggerated or misguided. Some argue that Jada is playing the victim and presenting an inaccurate narrative. While she claims discrimination is holding her back, many point out that there are plenty of women in Hollywood who have achieved success in strong, influential roles, both in film and television. That's a reality she seems to overlook. Critics also note that Jada's own actions may have contributed to her current struggles. Over the course of 2023, she made several controversial statements that were widely seen as toxic. These remarks, according to some, are a major reason why many studios are now reluctant to work with her. In her latest comments, Jada stated that she's proud to be taking steps to create change in the industry. She hopes that by presenting what she calls the facts, studios will reconsider their decisions. According to her, excluding actresses based on personal behavior or appearance is unacceptable.
Black women are not allowed to tell their stories when they are connected to Black men.
Jada further emphasized that change is needed immediately. She believes all actresses, regardless of their ethnic background, deserve fair treatment and equal opportunities in the entertainment industry. Her call for balance and fairness reflects her broader concerns about how Hollywood operates. Jada shared that she plans to discuss this issue further in the coming weeks. She believes it's crucial to take meaningful steps to address what she sees as a lack of concern from studios and executives toward women from diverse ethnic backgrounds. According to her, sexism and misogyny remain significant problems in Hollywood, and they must be confronted directly. Jada stated that some studios seem intent on sidelining women to serve their own interests, which she argues is damaging careers and creating an unhealthy environment in the industry. She emphasized that these practices need to stop immediately, as they not only harm individuals, but also threaten the future of the entertainment industry as a whole. Once again, Jada Pinkett Smith seems to be spiraling, especially as she faces increasing exclusion and blacklisting from major studios. Conversations about potential projects have come to an abrupt halt, and it appears that many in the industry simply don't want to work with her. The reason, quite frankly, seems to be her unlikable reputation. But what do you think? Is Jada living in Will Smith's shadow, unable to step into her own spotlight? Does she have valid arguments about Hollywood's systemic issues, or is this just another instance of her playing the victim card? Stay with us as we dive deeper into the controversies and uncover what's really going on.
Hollywood is messed up, and they will do anything to not pay you what you are worth, just much like in the real world.
Especially when you're a woman and you're a black woman at that, they double down on the pay disparity.
And then you're married to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, who everyone knows is one of the biggest stars on the planet, and so I 100% believe that someone has said this to her.
This brings us to the financial drama with Men in Black 5. Will Smith reportedly negotiated hard for his return as Agent J in MIB, initially asking for $120 million, a bold move considering the fallout from the infamous Oscar slap. Sony Studios countered with a maximum offer of $90 million, citing financial risks. This tug-of-war became even messier when Jada stepped in, allegedly pressuring Will to secure her a role. Sony Studios wasn't just uninterested, they were outright opposed, viewing her involvement as a liability. The financial stakes only fueled the fire. Insiders say that when Jada didn't get her way, she hinted at potential legal action, accusing Sony of discriminatory practices. The tension reportedly led Sony to drop their offer to Will down to $70 million, a massive blow for the Smith household and a clear signal that Sony wasn't playing games. This isn't an isolated situation. Similar issues have affected other actors. For instance, Robert De Niro, George Clooney, and, to a lesser extent, Alec Baldwin have faced setbacks in their careers. Baldwin's challenges, for now, have been primarily limited to his dealings with Apple Studios, but Clooney and De Niro have lost numerous opportunities due to their involvement in politics. In Jada's case, it's not about politics, but her behavior, which has been widely criticized as toxic and insufferable. Her unlikable personality, which many argue has been evident throughout her career, has seemingly caught up with her, leading to her current struggles. It's hard to understand why Will Smith continues to stay with Jada. Beyond her career troubles, Jada's marriage with Will has also drawn attention over the years. They do live separately since about 2016. Some of her own words on Red Table Talk brought on so much controversy, like she expects her husband to truly know and understand her intimately and sexually as someone who claims to deeply love her.
Especially when it comes to sex.
Right.
It's like, well, if you love me, you should know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you love me,
You should be able to read
you
my
should
mind.
read my mind.
Yeah.
Just like it's not my wife's responsibility to make me happy. It's my responsibility to make me happy, and it's her responsibility to make her happy, and then we're gonna come together.
Their marriage faced intense scrutiny after Jada publicly admitted to having a so-called entanglement with August Alsina, a singer roughly 20 years younger than her and a friend of their son, Jaden. This revelation, which came during a candid discussion on her Red Table Talk show, stirred widespread controversy and raised questions about their relationship.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a
Yeah.
relationship, absolutely.
None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. I tried to call the give him my condolences. He didn't pick up for me. Everybody called him a and who's he hit? Me.
And who can ever forget Jada's influence over Will after the infamous Oscars slap? When Chris Rock made a joke about her shaved head, referencing G.I. Jane, Will initially laughed, but a single glance at Jada's furious expression seemed to change everything. Moments later, Will stormed the stage and delivered the slap heard around the world. Many critics believe Jada was the real catalyst for the incident, her visible anger pushing Will to take action he'd later regret. Many fans were in shock, and many others were disappointed with the Hollywood officials' the lack of action, witnessing a physical assault that had just occurred and being televised live worldwide. Despite this, the couple has maintained their commitment to one another, further fueling public fascination and debate. The full story behind their relationship is something we may never truly know, and it's unlikely we'll ever learn the real reasons why he puts up with her. That said, Jada often comes across as self-absorbed, which has likely contributed to her current struggles. At this point, she's not really considered an active actress. It's been a long time since she's been part of any major or noteworthy project. Instead, she seems more focused on framing issues around race, sexism, or misogyny. While those are important topics, many argue that her situation is more about her behavior. The things she said and did throughout the years played a significant role in shaping how she's perceived today. The backlash against Jada has only grown with the ongoing controversies surrounding her. From Will Smith's infamous slap at the Oscars to her public admission of an entanglement with August Alsina and her constant narrative of playing the victim, she's been at the center of heated debates. We'll be diving deeper into all of this drama in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. For now, though, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's content, make sure to hit that thumbs up button to show some love for the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.